Yeah,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Week 10 of the Brown Balls Podcast. My best bud here, Kenil. How you doing, man?
good, man. What up?
What up? What up, man? We have a lot of sports to talk about. We got some amazing
Yep,
baseball news, my dream come true. We got
we
basketball on the
predicted it.
horizon on Thursday, and then we
Tomorrow,
got
tomorrow,
tomorrow. You're right. I totally forgot. I
tomorrow.
forgot. I was like, forget that. Okay. And then we have football. Just a crazy
Oh my
weekend.
gosh.
We're down to one undefeated team in the NFL. But let's first, before we go into all the games,
Yep,
let's go into our picks. I know we had a bet to see
yep.
who has a better pick. Because the first time we did it, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I swept you 7-0. No,
No,
we
you
had
killed
that
me.
bet this
You
week.
killed me.
So how do we do?
All right, man. So we had potentially 8 games that we did not agree on.
Yeah.
So the winner is nobody, man. It was tied 4-4. So let me go down the picks for you, so you
Yeah.
can have
Let's do
refresh
it.
your memory to the review. So Jags and Pats. You picked Jags, they won. I picked Pats, they lost.
Easy.
Texans and Packers. That was a close game, Tapas. I thought Texas had that,
Yeah,
but Packers
Texas
ended up
had
hitting a
that.
field goal. Field goal killed it. And then Colts and Dolphins. You had the Colts winning it, so Colts won. The Dolphins
Easy.
lost. I told you Minnesota will lose their first game against the Lions, and
But
that's
that
what
was
ended up
down to the
happening.
last kick. Man.
Exactly. Missed time management. I don't know what they were doing. So Lions won that one. Then we had the Raiders and my Rams out for bye week. How do you
Yeah.
how are you not gonna give Rams any respect there, man? Against the Raiders? Come on, man. The
I'll,
the
I'll give
the
you that. I'll
Rams
give you
won.
that.
Then we had Steelers and Jets. Dude, what the hell just happened there? Steelers and Jets, Devontae Adams being there, and they
Russell
they
Wilson,
got
man.
whooped.
I told you.
They got
Russell
whooped.
Wilson's gonna start.
Dude, you said if Russell Wilson started, I will pick the Jets. So that should be a loss for you. And last week you
No,
said
I,
if
I still got
no,
the
no, no,
Jets.
last week you said that if Russell Wilson was gonna start, then I would have picked the Jets. You know what ended up happening? Wilson started and it whooped the shit out of the Jets, man. God
Hey,
damn, that was the game
I
was a
got
close.
lucky.
So and then the two Monday Nighters, man, we broke even. Ravens and Bucks. You got the Ravens and Chargers and Cards. Again, a field goal. I think field goal saved me 3 picks. The
Yeah, I know.
Packers
I was
game,
gonna
the
say
Lions
you got
game,
lucky with
and the
field
Cards
goals.
game.
Yeah.
those
This
were the
is this
outcome,
is
man.
just your luck. The team that you chose
Dude,
won on the last field goal. That is pure luck on your part. Man, can't
four,
believe
four.
it. But all right, we'll reset the bet. We'll go back again this next week. But
Exactly,
let's go
man.
through the Monday Night
Exactly.
Football games. We had two
Let's
this
do it.
time. I think the more interesting one turned out to be the Chargers and Cardinals. But first, let's go over the first
Yeah,
one, which is Ravens and Buccaneers. It
yeah,
ended up being a shootout towards the end. I think it's because it was desperation time.
yeah.
Buccaneers look good. Like I said, you said Baker Mayfield started off pretty hot. They were up 10. Then the Ravens just turned it on and never looked back. They just steamrolled them right through. Lamar Jackson, playing an MVP that he is, 5 touchdowns, 281 yards, 52 yards rushing, just a beast of a game. And a good thing for him is that Mark Andrews is starting to make a comeback again. And then on the other side, Baker Mayfield, I felt like once they lost, what's his name,
Evans,
Mike
Evans,
Evans,
Evans.
yeah,
Yeah,
his mojo kind of left. You can tell like he
yeah.
couldn't find his favorite target, and he's kind of struggled throughout most of the game. They did have a good comeback towards the end, but it was not even really competitively close at that point. What do you think, man? It was
Yep.
a 41-31 goes to the Ravens.
I know, man. Like you said, right? They were up 10-0 end of first. I really thought, it was in Tampa. They have the momentum. They're up 10-0 against the Baltimore Ravens. I thought, Baker Mayfield is going to keep on throwing and, just basically win this game pretty easily, right? But stuff changed, man. I
Yep.
mean, Mike Evans goes out, he re-aggravates the hamstring injury that he had
Yeah.
earlier, and so he pulled it even more. And then at the same time, I mean, once he left, I guess Baker Mayfield forgot that he had other targets, and Godwin never got out like I was supposed to. And then the tight end didn't play the way he was supposed to, and I know it was desperation where Baker Mayfield started just throwing the ball second half, like, especially in the fourth quarter. The game was already
Hmm.
lost, right? You
Yeah.
already knew that, in the third quarter, when they scored 17 points and you still didn't score anything, you were still set. So it was like the game was already out of reach, right? So in the fourth quarter, I was so surprised to kind of see like they thought they'll make a comeback, right? And
Yeah.
what ended up happening, man, their season's over, right?
Yeah.
not only they lost Mike Evans, they lost Chris Godwin with a
Yeah.
broken leg. I mean, your season's gone now, basically. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? A hamstring injury is about like good, like depending on how, like what the severity is. It could be either
Hmm.
2 weeks to like maybe 6 weeks, you know. And
Right.
as a Rams fan, we know all about the freaking hamstring here. So I don't know, man. What do you think about this, man? They just jeopardize the season right now, you know?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Lions when they lost when they were in a blowout and they kept the at some point you just wave white flag and say, you know what, we're not gonna make it. Forget it. Let's not be super aggressive. You can try some plays. Maybe it's worth a shot trying a cool play that you want to work on. But like don't risk the injury of the players, especially
No.
with their schedule coming up. They got the Chiefs in a couple weeks. They
Yeah.
have I mean they have the Falcons next week. So like they're definitely and they're also one of the top in their division, so you don't want to risk all that just because you're trying to make a comeback at the very last second. Like I just don't understand that mindset. I mean, I do give them props for trying, but at the same time, like, just don't do it. Don't risk it. Just throw a bunch
At
of
what
rookies out
cost?
there, see what they can do. Exactly. At what cost are you going to do it? I just don't get that mindset that some of these teams have where they just
I
want to
mean,
keep trying their best until the very end.
in the third quarter, man, it was like what 37-10. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not gonna make a comeback. The game is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no, especially with okay, fine, I get it if you're playing a team like Carolina,
Right.
you have still time left, and you
Yeah.
can maybe make a comeback, and Carolina will also beat themselves by making turnovers. But you're playing
Right.
a freaking Lamar Jackson and the
Yeah.
Ravens, man. They're not making a
Exactly.
turnover there. They're gonna, with the hardball, he knows how to run a game. He's not gonna let anything happen. And so
Exactly.
I don't know,
And
man.
they have Derrick Henry in the backfield. So you know when they get the ball, they're going to run the ball. He had 169 yards. At that point, again, you just know. Just don't even try. Just forget it. The
Exactly.
game's over. Just let your team, let your players walk away. I mean, again, I think losing Evans and losing Godwin is huge for him. I know they have a pretty good tight end in Otten, but besides that, like he
Nope.
has no weapons anymore, and that's what kind of made Baker Mayfield an MVP candidate early on, but because he has such good
Exactly.
receivers and he just lost two of his best ones, it's kind of sad actually.
I
But
mean, we all know NFC South is NFC South now, man. I mean,
yeah,
Saints is back to normal, and
yep.
Bucks are back to normal. So
Yeah, and the
we already
Falcons are
know
probably
that
gonna run away with it now, so who knows?
exactly.
Let's go to the other game, which was the Chargers and the Cardinals,
Cardinals.
and your boy Kyler Murray had a good. I mean, towards the end, he just kind of carried that team towards victory. They had that again that BS call where they called it a personal foul. I don't think
How?
it was. I know it's
How?
helmet, but like he didn't catch the ball. He missed the ball, and then some kind of thing happened. You just let
No,
that go.
but look, he had the ball, all right? He
No, he
obviously
didn't. He
dropped it,
missed the
and
ball completely.
was it that? Okay,
Yeah, he
but that,
caught it, it fell off, and then he got hit. But like at that point, the ball's already dead.
but you know how NFL is with the concussion and
Yeah,
the
I
head to
guess,
head hit,
yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
think I think what got it was the helmet going straight to his head, and you know why?
Yeah.
He came back. He came back from a concussion last week.
Yeah.
He had concussion. He went out last week, and it was
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison, I think, who was a receiver in the head, right? And
Yeah.
so I think he came back from a concussion, I think, injury from last week. So they're gonna be everyone knew that he had a concussion protocol last week, and it was coming back and playing this
Yeah.
week, right? So I think they're a little, cautious about that. So when that happened, I knew the penalty would go, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was the deciding factor of the game. And after that, his name, Al Murray
James
had a
Conner.
big like
Yeah.
or James Conner, yeah, they had like a 30-yard run, like right
Yeah.
after or something,
They couldn't
and the
stop
game was
James
over after
Conner at
that.
all. Yeah, they couldn't stop him at
I know,
all.
man.
I was watching the game, and with Herbert, like he's still a good quarterback, great quarterback, right? But he has no weapons. Like what do
Yeah,
the Chargers do? Because they have McConkey, but
yeah,
McConkey's not fully
yeah,
healthy, and he's a rookie
no,
for God's sakes. But like
yeah.
besides that, like where do they go? They don't have a good running game. They don't have a good consistent receivers. I mean, they had Keenan Allen, and then they let him walk. What happened? Because the
Mike
Chargers should
Williams,
be
they let
good.
him walk. Yeah, Mike
And
Williams
Mike
walked too.
Williams, I mean, he kind of is sucking in the
I
Jets
mean,
now,
look,
but
man, Tappers, if I told you this one stat, you would tell me who would won the game, right? Justin Herbert throwing for 349 yards, and then the other QB, Kyler Murray, throwing for 145. You
yeah,
would easily tell me that, 349
yeah,
yards. he definitely won the game because come on, look
Yeah.
at the yardage right there, right? With against 145, he doubled that already. That wasn't the outcome. Like the yardage that he threw had no impact of the
Yeah.
game, basically.
They were just empty
And then I
calories.
exact empty. There you go. And the 145 that Kyler Murray threw was really good, and like they got
Yeah.
a touchdown out of it. Something happened right for the offense, and so I don't know, man. I mean, look, honestly, this is a good sign for LA Chargers fans because look, Justin Herbert hasn't thrown well this year so far, right? He
Hmm.
hasn't had like a 300-yard game so far. Maybe he had a one, I think, in the earlier weeks, but that's about it. But he hasn't been throwing too well. So this is a good, this is a positive thing for them. That hey, look, Justin Herbert's kind of getting back to
Rams fan.
normal.
Moral victories.
It's not even that, man. I'm just saying, but at the same time, I mean, this game was their game, right? I mean, they almost had it if it wasn't for
Yeah,
that
they did.
penalty. But again, like you said, man, they have no one to throw it to, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you have Joshua Palmer. That's maybe the veteran, receiver they might have. That's about it, man.
Yeah,
But
but
nobody else
yeah,
is there, man.
exactly. And that's why I feel bad for him because like you can tell they were on a 3rd and 8 towards the end zone and he just had nobody to throw to. He like you can tell him like he looked around, he's like, okay, and no one could get open, no one could get separation.
Yeah.
And he
Hmm.
just had to throw it to his tight end who barely got 7 yards and then they had to kick it. But
Yeah.
which is not like the past Justin Herbert offenses where he had a lot of
Yeah.
weapons to throw to. He doesn't have that anymore. So and their defense is holding up strong as well. So I mean that's why I
Yes.
had a lot of high hopes for this team. And they're back
Yeah.
to 3-3. I know they're still figuring out with Harbaugh there, but it just feels like they need more weapon. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins can come in because I know they're trying to get him out of that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a
But
possibility.
see,
But
see, see, it's funny because like this two franchise are like at a similar position, right? They have a
hmm
promising QB, right? One guy has Kyler Murray, the other one has Justin Herbert. The difference is that Cardinals knew that look, we need a number one target, and they
hmm
went in the draft and drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., right, and got
right,
him a target. San Diego, on the other hand, didn't get that target they wanted. They needed. In the draft, they didn't. I mean, they got a good receiver,
hmm
but it wasn't later in the draft. He's not like a Marvin Harrison or Justin Jefferson or like someone that you want to bring in to pair him up with your QB, right? And that's
right,
the thing that Chargers should do this year. Hopefully, that hey, if we have the first round pick, let's use that number fifth pick or whatever pick they're gonna land, number six. Let's use it on like a receiver and bring him some help. Because
yeah,
if he gets a really good target, imagine Marvin Harrison Jr. playing with Justin Herbert.
yeah. Oh yeah,
The guy can throw. The guy can throw,
yeah.
right? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
think
mean
about
between
it.
the two, he's obviously a
Buffalo,
better quarterback, but yeah, he just needs weapons around
exactly.
him.
I agree with you. Like Buffalo went out and got the guy from Cleveland, right? I mean,
Hmm
they could Chargers could have done the same thing. They need a receiver, like you said,
hmm
Hopkins. He's in the trade rumors, so hopefully we don't know he can land there.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Kansas City is trying to go after him too, but I think the Chargers
Yeah,
will definitely need to make a big push for him because I mean, Herbert looks so lost out there. I really feel for the guy because he's so talented. It's kind of like Shohei Ohtani being in the Angels. Like you just know it's a generational talent, but he's just being wasted
yeah,
in a place
yeah,
where like he has no help, you know. And you
yeah.
put him on a good team like the Dodgers, and now you're in the World Series. So we'll get into that one a little bit later for sure. Let's get to
Exactly.
one of the more interesting games, Sunday Night Football game, which was against the Pittsburgh
Wow.
Steelers against the Jets, which you consider Jets the most lethal threat. And 30 yards for Devontae Adams, Mister, I mean, Aaron Rodgers tried to throw to him. He was targeted 9 times, only caught 3 receptions. Um, Brees Hall had a great game, 103 yards for receiving and 38 yards but besides that, they didn't look good at all, honestly. Aaron Rodgers looks nothing like what he used to. He's throwing some really weird um, picks at the end. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay. Yeah, he's throwing some really weird picks towards the end. Russell Wilson started off very rusty. He looked not very
Hmm.
good, and then you can tell Mike Tomlin was like, "I'm gonna pull you if you don't start acting up." And then you just see George Pickens make that crazy play. You have Fryermuth making those amazing plays, and then they just blew them away. What are your takeaways, man? This was a crazy game. I mean, it was a lot crazier than as far as the score goes, it's a lot crazier than I expected.
Hmm. Look, man, this trade. It's funny. It's funny how this happens, right? We do a podcast. something breaks the next day. Previous
Yeah.
week was Salah getting fired. This,
Yep.
sorry, the week before was Salah getting fired, I think, or something like that. And then last
Yeah.
week was Devontae Adams getting traded to the Jets,
Yeah.
right? Just look, man, if that would have happened before our podcast, we recorded it, then I would have picked the Steelers, right? This is something about like having too many weapons, still getting to know the offense. You can tell during that game that Rodgers. It's kind of like you're at a buffet. You have so many good food to pick from, right? And you don't know which one you want to eat first, right? It's kind of
Right.
like that. Well, Rodgers knows he has Garrett Wilson on the other side, Devontae Adams. He has Brees Hall as a running mate, and then you have Corcoran,
Lazard.
as your tight end, and
Yeah.
Lazard's there. So you gotta understand, like he's like, what do I do? I throw it to,
Well,
and
throw
then
to
you kind
somebody
of,
consistently. Like he couldn't. He couldn't make
but
plays. He threw
but
two interceptions. One of them was really egregious.
I saw that,
Yeah.
and then you knew this was in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
where they like to play dirty. They're gonna make this
It's
game
me
very
physical. Yeah, for
messy,
sure. Yeah.
and that's what they did, right? And like they weren't ready for it at all. So look, it's gonna be adjustment time period. I'm surprised they lost against the Steelers team. I mean, but again, in Pittsburgh, a new player, everyone it's not only Rodgers and Adams getting acquainted.
No,
I mean, but at the same time, you have like Garrett Wilson, and then you have Lazard. Now
don't
Lazard's gonna
bail
be
him
your
out.
third or
Don't bail
fourth
him out.
option.
No, come on, man. On
No,
the
no,
other
no. Listen.
side, on contrast, the Steelers literally have a new quarterback,
Yeah,
first
I
time
know,
playing,
man.
and
Yeah,
this and he struggled. They didn't look so good in the beginning. Coaching takes over. Wilson takes
yeah,
over. So like the other side also had a lot of
yeah.
hurdles themselves. Rodgers has
They did.
his entire full roster,
Yeah,
and he can't get it done. And now who is gonna? Last week he blamed on Mike Williams for the loss, right? Poor guy Mike Williams. He's just trying to be out there trying to make plays, and he threw him under the
yeah.
bus, right? Before that, it was Salah getting fired.
Oh yeah.
What now? What's the excuse now? Is it
I
because I don't
know.
know Adams again? I don't know what to do. That's why I didn't. That's why I was not like the biggest. Like how people when they got Devontae Adams like, oh
Mhm.
my God, it's this game changing. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, sure,
yeah,
but one receiver is not going to change your entire outlook for your team if your team still can't put up more than 15 points a game. They haven't scored more than
yeah.
20 this entire season. So like what are they going to do? The defense cannot hold you as I mean, look at the Cleveland Browns. They have a good defense, but when the offense is
Yeah,
bad, they can't do anything. They're out there just
yeah.
nonstop, and he's turning the ball over way more than that. So I mean, I mean, next game they have to win. Obviously, it's the Patriots, so they're going to win this game. It's a bye week for them. But after
I hope
that, like
so.
this is gonna be very, very interesting because Buffalo Bills are pulling away, and they're not even. I mean, the Jets may even
Like
miss the playoffs.
to be honest, man, Buffalo Bills will pull away. Amari Cooper looks perfect fit for that team.
Thank you.
Perfect fit.
When I went as I'm like Amari Cooper is better for Buffalo than Devontae
Perfect fit,
Adams is
man.
better for
Perfect fit. It's
yeah,
like you don't need a flashy receiver. You don't need a CeeDee
exactly.
Lamb or like Devontae Adams. He's a good receiver in a perfect system.
He needs a strong wide receiver like Amari Cooper. That's what he needed. That can just hold the ball. He doesn't need to throw down a 60-yard bomb.
No,
Just get
no.
there, hold the ball. Let's get the first down. Keep moving the chains. Like that's what it needed. That's what they
And
got. But yeah,
yeah,
I mean not the Bills. But the Jets
the
are in a
Jets.
lot of
Yeah.
trouble, and now you have potentially Tua coming back, so Miami might make a run. So I don't know, man.
I'm not. I'm
I
not
was
bailing
looking at
them
the
at
game.
all, man. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not bailing out. Look,
I don't want people to bail out Aaron Rodgers.
no,
He is
no, no.
100% to blame,
He
honestly.
should.
For
He honestly, he should be ready to be. He should be ready for anything that's been thrown at him because he's
yes,
considered one of the great ones, right?
okay,
Rogers, one of the great ones, right? That I mean, come on, the
but he's
man
not a
can play.
leader. Yeah, no.
Nah, man.
He's a great talent, but he's not a leader. And
Yeah,
what this team needs, especially when you fire a head coach and you have a not inexperienced defensive coordinator who is an interim head coach,
yeah.
someone needs a voice there. And they're looking at Aaron Rodgers because he is the most like, has the most prestige out of everybody. And he's just like, oh, it's not my fault we lost. Mike Williams sucks. Like,
So
okay,
that's the
what do
thing,
they
man.
not? So, did I lose you?
Yeah, yeah. I lost right there.
Okay, here. How about now?
Yeah, you're good now. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. So it was very interesting. I mean, I think that the Steelers will stay with Russell Wilson, right? I think they have the Giants next, which is fine.
They'll win again.
and then the Commanders and Ravens. So that's when they'll definitely need to make sure. And I think a lot of George Pickens looked really good yesterday. He looked a
Man,
lot
did you see that
happier.
catch? Did you see that
Yeah,
catch?
that catch is he caught the ball three
My
times. It's
God.
crazy.
My God, dude, that catch was unbelievable. Like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. Because as talented as Justin Fields is, he's not a good thrower of the football. So a lot of the receivers
No,
were
no,
frustrated with him. And it's the first
exactly.
time they have gone over 35 points since Ben Roethlisberger played in Pittsburgh,
Sheesh.
right?
My
So
God.
like ages ago. So obviously, like Wilson looks, and again, Wilson didn't have a bad year last year. He had 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, which is
Yeah,
pretty good for any normal quarterback. So I mean, they get a
exactly.
bargain in him. So. I'm happy for Pittsburgh. I think they definitely are going to be a pretty good contender. I don't think they're going to win a championship by any means, but they're going
No,
to be
they'll
a
make the
pretty
playoffs.
strong out.
They'll make
Yeah,
the playoffs. It's
definitely a strong
Tomlin
out.
coach team. Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
make a nice. But like the thing is, another thing I want to talk about is this. Not so much talk about it, but the Cincinnati and the Browns game.
Hmm.
I don't want to talk about the game, not that aspect.
The
But
injury.
what is your take on the injury and then the fans at Cleveland saying, "Channing, you deserve it." What
You
is your
know,
take on that? I mean,
as a Kobe fan, I know Achilles is the worst thing you want to hear, right? And I
yeah,
feel for him. Honestly, I feel for the guy. I know he's very upset. He probably thinks his career is probably over, honestly, because no one's gonna probably sign him after
yeah,
this contract.
yeah,
I don't like what the fans did, but I do understand that they were also very frustrated. It's not cool. Obviously, the fans should never cheer an injury, especially when it's your own hometown person.
yeah,
That's not,
no,
right at all. And then I know some of the Cleveland Brown fans are also, on the other hand, they're also very upset because they know how bad Watson's been this year.
yeah,
So it's definitely not a good look. I don't like it at all. But I also understand why some fans, not all of them, because most of them were also
of
cheering
course,
the fact that he was okay, and
yeah,
and just hoping he's get better. But some fans were very frustrated, and I can understand their
yeah,
aspect that like our season just literally slipped away. We're one of the worst teams in the NFL because of this guy, and we're stuck with
yeah.
him for another $145 million cap hit
Sheesh.
for over the next 2 years because of this guy, and I can understand that. What do you think?
Yeah, I have a similar take as you, man. Look, honestly, we played sports, right? Not competitively, obviously, just
Right, right.
backyard sport. But at the same time, like what you said about Kobe, that's the only reason I know about Achilles because of Kobe.
Hmm.
Before that, all I knew was like MCL or ACL tear. That's about it. But yeah,
Right.
Achilles is like close and dear to me, right? And Achilles is basically a career ender, and
Yeah.
that's what basically ended Kobe's career, right? And with Watson getting that type of injury, the fans yelling, "You deserve it."
Yeah.
Look, man, I understand they were frustrated with the guy with his play. I mean, they're paying him all guaranteed money, so obviously they were really pissed, right?
Hmm.
But at the same time, you don't want to harm anyone, right?
Right.
It's better
You don't
it's
want to
better for
hope
him to
harm
get
it.
benched. Hope harming any type of player.
Yes.
Look, man, I mean, when Lakers played Boston, I'm like, dude, I never wish that Tatum gets injured. I just
Right.
hope that Tatum shoots bad.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
want an opposition team or player to be seriously injured. You don't want him to be like,
Right.
oh, hopefully he tears ACL. No, hopefully he goes 1 for 20. That's what I'm hoping for, right? So as a fan, I mean, look as a fan when that happened, they should have been more like, okay, is he okay? That's the first thing.
Right.
Second thing is that look now since he's out, we're gonna have Jameis Winston pop in, different type of player. Hopefully, they can rally behind him and string some wins behind him and turn the season around. I mean, they shouldn't be chanting "You deserve it." That's
Yeah.
not what
Yeah. That
you
that
should do to
was
anybody.
exactly, yeah. There should not be chance. Like I said, you deserve it. There should not be like obvious clapping that he's gone. But again, Cleveland fans are also just. I mean, when LeBron left, remember they were
Oh
burning
my
his
gosh.
jersey outside. They were spray painting the billboards of LeBron. It's just, I mean, they're a little crazy out there. I mean, not in a way that they're very fanatic. They're true fans,
Hmm.
and they take their sport very, very seriously
Yeah,
to the point where they're like cheering on an injured player or they're burning jerseys of a former player that left them, like that's this kind of fans they are, and I guess that's how
Exactly.
Cleveland feels frustrated because, again, they see someone like Baker Mayfield who they let go, and he's flourishing, a potential MVP candidate, and they see, are like, hey, we end up with this guy, and he's like not even bringing us to the promised land. So,
Yeah.
um, I get it, and it's obviously it's not the first time Cleveland fans have done something like this. Not a good look for sure. And I
No.
hope Watson's able to make one comeback, but I mean, honestly, he'll probably take a year and a
He's
half to
done.
recover from this, and pretty much just have to retire and call it a career. I mean, he's gonna make a lot
He
of
got
money,
paid.
so he'll be all right.
He got paid. It's
Yeah,
not like he didn't get paid. He got paid, so it's fine. He can
exactly.
enjoy that.
He'll be all
That
right.
That's
And I
exactly,
don't think
man.
James Winston is a better answer. Honestly, I think he sucks. But because
He throws touchdowns and throws interceptions at the same time, same rate, man.
exactly. You get one or the other.
So,
You get a really crazy touchdown or a really crazy interception. You never know.
so it's not. Yeah.
And next game, I do want to talk about the Lions and the Vikings. That game was kind of really
Mm.
interesting. Very neck and neck. Honestly, I know I had the Vikings winning it. But the Lions just their offense is so dang good. I can't imagine how good Jared Goff has become. He's just like he can't not make a perfect pass. I don't
Yeah.
what is it like? I mean, you're a Rams fan. You watched him play a lot. Was he always like this, or did he just develop into a better quarterback?
I think Sean McVay made him into that. He's a system
I think I
system
rid of him.
QB, right, man? No, no. Basically, I think. Well, okay, look, man. I'll take a, look. Even though they got rid of him, he okay. What Jared Goff is now is all because of Sean McVay. He made him into a disciplined QB, right? So he's more of a system QB. He doesn't.
Okay.
He throws the ball when he wants to throw the ball. Obviously, he has like freedom to do that, but he doesn't overdo it, right? With the
Right.
Rams, there's always a pick six coming, or not pick six. Sorry, an interception coming. Always, it's a Jared Goff throw. It always happens,
Hmm.
right? What he's doing in Detroit now, that he didn't do, that he did in Rams, is that in Detroit he doesn't do the Jared Goff thing anymore. He doesn't throw that interception when they're up by three and they're going down the field.
Hmm.
Now he's being very focused and very precise with the play calling. Right? They'll run the ball.
So
They'll do a
so
short pass.
he got better once he left the Rams.
I mean, he got better. He got confidence right when he left the Rams.
Because if you could right now, if you could have Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff in Rams right now, who would you have?
Right now,
Yeah, right now.
I'll
Like
still
let's
love
you
Matthew,
switch
man.
teams.
Matthew healthy with that weapon. If you put Matthew in, okay, tell me this: if you put Matthew Stafford in the Detroit Lions right now, the team that they have right now, I'll guarantee you
They'll
they'll
be
play
good,
exactly. They'll be same record.
but they won't be as
I
good.
mean,
Some of the plays and throws that Jared Goff was making, Matthew Stafford could never make. Matthew Stafford could throw the ball, but he was never a truly accurate passer,
yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
right?
Jared
Like
Goff
Jared
is
Goff
though.
is
Yeah,
throwing check down, but he's also throwing quick slants. He's throwing like he's just so he sees the field a lot better
yeah.
than
Oh yeah,
Matthew Stafford did. Matthew Stafford had
yeah,
Calvin Johnson,
yeah.
in my opinion, one of the greatest wide receivers.
Oh
Then he
my
walks
gosh,
into a
yeah,
Cooper Cup, and in another situation where he also has a
yeah.
firehouse, right? When Jared Goff was with the Rams, he had Todd Gurley, but that was a running game. Besides that, he didn't really have good
We
receivers.
we had Brandon Cooks for a year. No, 2 years, and then we had is it Josh Reynolds? No, not Josh Reynolds. One of the Reynolds. I forgot his name. We had
But see,
him,
you
but
can't name it. You can't name sport receiver. That's how not good they
but but
were.
but but look, but tell me this. Tell me this. The same team that Jared Goff had, he couldn't even make the Super Bowl, right?
Hmm.
Because like
He
because
made Super
before
Bowl.
no, he did it with Brandon Cooks, and I think Cooper Cup was out for the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was
When
something
they
like that.
lost.
Cooper Cup
Yeah,
was
yeah,
they lost the Super Bowl against Patriots,
yeah.
so he took that team, right? But then again, returning, they had Cooper Cup back, they had Brandon Cooks and everyone. They didn't make
But
it back to
Todd
the
Gurley
Super
got
Bowl, right?
injured.
But Todd Gurley was gone by then, man. He was washed up. He was gone, right? I mean, that was just he was done after that. After that Super Bowl era, he was done after that, right? But the thing is this: Matthew Stafford came into the same situation and won a Super Bowl right away.
But
That
he
Jared Goff couldn't do with the Rams.
but
Same
did the
weapons,
Rams
same
have the
weapons.
same type of defense? Because I felt
Of
like
course we
defense
did.
got better
No,
when
we
Stafford
no no
got
no.
there.
No. Okay, fine. The only person we added on the defense was Ramsey. right? That's about it. We
Right.
had Aaron
Huge.
Donalds. No, we had Aaron Donalds.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what's funny? No, what's funny? With Jared Goff, we had Aaron Donalds and God, what's that guy named who Detroit Lions drafted? You know, the big dude, Sue. What's
Sue?
his name? Dynamic
Sue?
and Sue. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had Jared Goff had
He's
him and Aaron
washed.
Donalds. No, 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 no. He won with Tampa. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about? The
know. But
following year?
even with
No, he's
Tampa, he
not
was
washed.
washed.
No, but he was so good. He wasn't your number one inferior guy, but if you got Aaron Donald and Sue right there, I mean, come
Yeah.
on, dude. That was quite a good defense right there, right? So
Right.
he was gone after that, you know. But what I'm trying to say is that Jared Goff still had a great team with the Rams. He couldn't even make it to the Super Bowl. He couldn't even win a Super Bowl, right? And Matthew Stafford comes in the first year. Fine, we got Ramsey. He was good. We took off. We won the Super Bowl whole thing in the first year, right? So what I'm trying to say is that that's the thing that Matthew Stafford brings, the leadership, right? Jared Goff doesn't really bring the leadership. He's a really good player. He makes really good throws. He's more
Mm.
mobile than Matthew Stafford. But Matthew Stafford, you know for his hand. When Tampa made that run, and I think they took the lead or they tied
Yeah.
the game, whatever the case was in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Cooper Cup.
Matthew Stafford threw that 40-yard dart, like
Yeah.
straight dart to Cooper Cup. I don't think he can do that. That's the difference, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I see it as.
Well, it's tough because like I always think, yes, you won a champion, you won one championship, right? And now you're just gonna middle of the road for a while because Sean McVay
But
might
it's worth
leave,
it. It's
right?
worth it. It's worth it.
I don't think so. This is the same with the Lakers. I don't think one championship equal, and then you have another 8 years of mediocrity, and especially when you're trying
We
when
made
you're
the
trying
playoffs
to
last year.
grow a fan base in LA. And yeah, the Rams win, you earn some fan, but now you just see all the fans are just going away again. Like you're trying to
No, 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 no.
establish yourself as a
We
Rams
want.
town, and then you win one, great. But if you had Jared Goff and you didn't throw away all the picks for one championship, and you're able to build for a long run, then that's my thing. That I think that should be the
Look,
priority.
look. We got Stafford in 22. We won Super Bowl. We missed the playoffs in 23. All right. No, sorry. Let me take that back. 21 we won.
Mhm.
22 we missed the playoffs. Last year in 23, right? Last year was 23. Yeah. Last year we went head to head against the Detroit Lions.
And
That game was
lost.
so tight. That game was so tight. Whoever had the ball last, whichever QB had the ball last, was gonna win the game, and they did, right? And they had that. They got the field goal, whatever the case, or they got first down. They won the game, right? We were close. So it's not mediocrity when you look. Mediocrity is basically like winning a Super Bowl, like Dallas Mavericks, right? When they won it in 2011, right, with Dirk
Mhm.
Nowitzki, right? And then after that, for the next 6 years, they didn't even make the playoffs or whatnot, right? That's what you call mediocrity. Rams, look, Rams. After we won that Super Bowl, we actually kind of reloaded and didn't really work out for us. And then we missed the playoffs. And then last year we played well. We made the
You miss
playoffs.
playoffs this year because you lose Aaron Donald.
Look,
You have Cooper
look,
Cup,
look. Listen to
who's
me.
always
How do you
injured.
know? How do you know? Okay, look. Right now, the way NFC West is pending. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it.
Mhm.
Rams are only 1.5 game behind first place,
Yeah, for sure.
and there's still 10 games left.
But you know the Rams are not in the same ballpark as the Seahawks and the 49ers. I mean, I know the 49ers just
I'm
lost
not saying
Ayuk,
that.
but
Yes, but Tapas,
they're
you're
barely
not
even
gonna tell me.
better. They're barely competitive to the Cardinals,
Don't
who are
say it.
actually not a good
Don't
team.
even. My God, dude. No, don't even. Oh my. Give some respect to my Rams. There's no way. Listen to me. We're okay. Look, we
But
are 2-4.
they're gonna play the Vikings next, lose that game. They're gonna lose. They're gonna play the Seahawks, lose that game. The Dolphins lose that game, and then they'll play the
We beat.
Patriots and win one game. And by then, you will be like what 3-6.
Look, if we can somehow win this Thursday against Minnesota,
I love it
all right,
somehow.
all right. We beat the 49ers. Please tell me. We beat. Okay, let me
49ers are
listen to
not
me.
good. Come on, man. I mean,
Are
they're
you?
also
You just told me we're not in the league and we beat them. What
no
are
no
you?
no. I know that. But like what I'm saying is the 49ers are not even like 50% of healthy. They're like 40%.
They're still better
Right?
than
So
Rams.
they're not on paper. They're not a good team right now.
40% of Rams versus 40%. 40% of Niners is way better than half of the league, dude. Dude, they still have Brock Purdy fine. They don't have that running back. They have other running backs out there. They still
yeah.
have like
They
George
might
Kittle.
lose.
They still have Debo.
Yeah, the Debo's potentially injured. George Kittle is the only one healthy now because they just lost Ayuk. They have
Yeah.
McCaffrey on the IR, and Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy. So I mean,
My gosh.
I know you're a diehard. We're not gonna get into it more, but I just
Yeah.
this is like the Jets thing all over again. Like we're just
What if they
making the
make the playoffs happen?
scenarios.
Well, what if they make the playoffs happen? What are you gonna say then? We're still mediocre.
They're not, but I'll give them props. I'll give them props. Like, hey, you made playoffs. Okay, you are not mediocre. I will go on the Brown Balls podcast and say they are not mediocre.
You're
I
missing
will
one
come
and
on
two
here. I will say
receivers.
I
You're
was wrong.
missing.
I take my words back, but it's not gonna
You're
happen.
missing your top two receivers, and we're 2-4 and one game back behind the first place.
Yeah, you're
2-4.
2-4. Since when is 2-4 good?
But the goal is to win the division, and we're only one game back, right? That's how you look at it, right?
But you're telling me 2-4 is good? This is
No,
what
I'm not.
mediocre
I'm
teams
not
talk
saying.
about.
I am not saying it's good. I'm saying that we're still okay. We're
You're
still in
still
the
within
hunt.
striking distance? Of course, everybody is.
There
Everybody
you go,
is.
man.
Even the Cleveland Browns are within striking distance right now because middle of the season, but you just know on paper they're not even competitive.
Cooper Cup's coming back, man. And the next week's gonna be
Go.
Puka coming back. So, all right, we'll be back
Okay.
healthy. You will see Matthew Stafford throwing darts just like Jared Goff is doing right now,
End
man.
of the season, who has better stats? Stafford or Goff?
Oh, dude.
Okay. There
I'm
you go.
not stupid, dude. Come on, man. You
End
guys
of
weapons. And
discussion.
by the way, before we end this conversation, let's see how Goff does because they just lost Williams for 2 games
Yeah. Well,
for the drugs.
they have a good. I mean, their running game is excellent, and they still have a monster Brown, so they'll be all right. And they
Yeah,
got to the Titans next. Honestly, it's not a big deal.
yeah,
I
true.
mean, they might have a hard time against the Packers, that's for sure. But who
Yeah,
knows? All right, and then let's go one last game. That
yeah.
was, I mean, we don't want to talk about the Chiefs and 49ers. The Chiefs are just
No,
unstoppable, man. They're 6-0. They are 20% healthy and they're still killing it. The Niners just lost Ayuk, tore ACL and MCL. He's probably gone for
yeah.
the season. They say Debo is potentially injured as well. So the Niners are probably going to be in a free fall, maybe miss the playoffs as well. But the Commanders with Marcus Mariota looks like he's okay. He might return in a couple of weeks, but they blew out the Panthers. But you think the Commanders still stay competitive without Daniels?
No, I don't know, man. I mean, Mariota played well, right? But I don't know. Depending on who, like, who's their next two games. That's.
They got
I
the
mean, if they play
Bears.
the Giants,
They got the Bears next. I would have loved to see Williams against Daniels. That would have been an epic showdown. God, why didn't that happen?
it'll be great. By
Can
the
you
way, they
imagine?
switched that game to they flexed that game actually to like a prime time 1:30 p.m. game,
Yeah.
1:25. I think that and it sucks. I mean, hopefully
Yeah.
he's back. I don't know.
It's ribs.
I don't know,
He's
man.
week to week, but he might miss a couple of weeks for sure. Because I mean, if he's back before they play the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think they'll be all right. They'll probably be able to beat those two teams easily. But without him, I think yeah, they might lose a
Put it
grip
this
in
way,
the
man.
division.
Put it this way: with their hot start, they can actually kind of lose him for a couple of weeks and still
Yeah,
be number one.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it's good. It's good.
All right, let's move on to baseball. Well, actually, you know what? Let's make our picks before we move on to baseball. So let's go
Yep.
into
Let's
our
do this.
week 8, and we're gonna do a sweep again. So Thursday night game, we got
Get out of
your
here, dude. Get
Rams
out of here.
against the Vikings in SoFi Stadium. The Vikings are favored by 3. I am, of course, taking the Vikings because this is no competition. I'm guessing you got the
You
Rams,
know,
of
man.
course.
Bro, can't wait till next Monday's Brown Ball podcast. You know who I'm picking. You know that too, dude. I'm picking my Rams.
All right.
Upset alert, dude.
Upset alert. All right. Then you got the Eagles and the Bengals. This is in Cincinnati. I do have the Bengals winning this
Ooh,
one. They're coming in hot. Saquon just
yeah,
had a
they are, man.
crazy
They
game.
are.
Oh my God, we didn't talk about that, but Saquon had a crazy game.
That was like 133 yards.
Just
He was like 15 yards from breaking his own record or something, man.
insane.
I was shocked with that too, man. Gosh, dude, I hate saying this, I'm picking the Eagles.
You're going against your own division rival. All right, then you got the Lions and the Ravens and the Browns, and this is the bye week for the Ravens. I got the Ravens, of course. They're favored by 9.5.
Same here, man. Ravens, you kidding me?
Yep.
Are you doing pick Jimmy West and the Browns? Come on.
Yeah. And then you got another bye week. We got the Lions and the Titans. The Lions are favored by 10.5. I got the Lions, of
Yeah.
course.
Same here, man. Lions. That's a bye week too.
Yep. This would be a good game. Cardinals and Dolphins. Potentially Tua's coming back without the safety helmet thing. He wants to play with a regular helmet and probably get a fourth concussion. I will pick the Cardinals because they actually looked really damn good today.
Yeah, you know what? If Tua's coming back, it's gonna be in Miami. I think, shit. Tyreek Hill's gonna be happy. He's probably gonna get some passes to throw to. I'll
Yeah.
pick the Dolphins in this one, man.
You got the Jets and the Patriots. The Jets are favored by 7.5. This is a must-win for Jets. I don't think they lose this game. Jets all the way.
Of course, same here, man.
All right. Then you got the Falcons and the Buccaneers in Tampa. Buccaneers are favored by 2.5. Without Mike Evans and Godwin, I actually will pick the Falcons here.
He has no one to throw it to, man. This is over. Fucking kidding me? There's no way, man.
All right, then we got the Packers and the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Jaguars are just terrible. I'm gonna go with Packers here. As much as I don't want,
Same here,
I wouldn't
man.
want them to.
Same here. Jag, I have no trust in, man.
Yeah,
Packers gonna win
yeah.
this game.
They beat the freaking Patriots, big whoop, you got it's a big game too. Colts and Texans. It's gonna be in Houston. Texans are favored by 6. I will pick the Texans here.
Same here, man. There's no way Colts are winning that. Especially Jonathan Taylor's still not. What is
Yeah,
he doing? There's no way.
yeah.
I think the Texans too.
All right, you got the Saints and the Chargers in SoFi. The Chargers are favored by 7.5. Derek Carr's still injured, right? So I got the Chargers in this one. It's a must win for them.
You know, man. Honestly, like the performance they had in Denver, I was just shocked. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell they were doing, But I agree with you. I picked the Chargers too, man. I
Yeah,
don't know
the
what these
offensive Saints has
Saints
just
are.
completely stalled. Ever since they played the Chiefs, they just lost their identity.
Yeah, after week 3, they're done. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
You got the Bills and the Seahawks. Bills are
Yeah,
favored by 3 in Seattle. I will pick the Bills because they got some good weapons. They need to win because I do sense the Jets will make a little bit of a run. So
I got Seattle in this case, man. They had a good victory against the Falcons last week.
mhm.
So and this in Seattle, so I don't
Yeah,
think the game will travel for Josh Allen and them. So I picked the Seattle in this one.
that should be a good game though. Then you got
Going to be more.
Broncos and Panthers. Broncos are favored by 7.5. God, as much as I hate to say this, I'm going to pick the Broncos. God, they do suck though. I mean, Bo Nix really,
Yeah,
but they're 4-3 somehow.
I
Who you
mean,
got?
I same thing, man. These two teams, who the hell's gonna win, man?
Yeah. Then you got the Chiefs and the Raiders. I'm not picking against the Chiefs anymore. Screw it. They're favored by 10. This is going to be in Vegas. I got Chiefs.
Same here, man. KC, dude. You kidding me? They're gonna go
The Raiders are
crazy
just
against
so
the Raiders.
lost, dude. Tom Brady being the owner, Antonio Pierce is, giving up on his team. They're just so lost.
Exactly.
Bears and Commander. This would have been an amazing game, but the
Oh
Bears are
yeah.
favored by 3. Honestly, even without Jaden Daniels, give me the Commanders.
Same here, man. I was gonna say the same thing. Especially Mariota
You,
had like free reps against the Carolina Panthers. Mariota ready to go, man. I'm
you're
telling
picking
you,
against
they're
your
gonna
boy
do things.
Caleb Williams, though.
I know, man. But I'm telling you, Washington, dude, they're such a good team, man. I feel good team about that team, man. It's like they
Yeah.
have, they went through so much, new ownership and everything. I mean, and Mariota is an Oregon player, man. He number one pick or not first round pick, whatever he was. I mean, I'm glad he's getting a second chance and playing a backup to, Daniel. So, I'm going for Washington too, man.
All right. And then Sunday Night Football, we got the 49ers and the Cowboys. The 49ers are favored by 4.5. 49ers are 10% healthy, but still, give me the damn 49ers. Freaking Cowboys suck.
So you know where I'm going, right?
Cowboys, of course.
Coming off a bye week, man. How about give me them boys right there, man? The Cowboys. They're gonna
How
be
about them
they're gonna beat the
losing
Niners.
34-6? How about them Cowboys?
I don't know what, man. I don't know what's gonna save them, to be honest with you. But yeah, Cowboys, man. Let's see. They need this game, dude. They
They
cannot lose
they
this game. They need this
This
game.
is a must win. And if there ever was a must win, this is a must win for the Cowboys. And again, the 49ers are very vulnerable. Purdy had one of his worst games of his entire career last week, and they lost a bunch of weapons. So finally got Monday Night Football. It should be a snooze fest. We got the Giants and Steelers. The Giants are not going anywhere. Steelers look pretty good. Give me the Steelers.
Same here, man. Steelers, dude, there's no way I'm gonna be picking Giants, dude. Damn.
All right, let's go on to the highlight for me, which is the Yankees against the Dodgers in the World Series. You could not have put a better script for baseball. This is going to be off the records all-time series, in my opinion. The viewership is going to be insane. The money coming in. Shohei against Aaron Judge. You just cannot make this up, man. This is going to be the best ever.
The star power, dude. You have, on one hand, you have Mookie Betts, you have Shohei, Freddie Freeman. Other hand, you have Aaron Judge, you have Juan Soto, you have Stanton. Then, God dang, man. Power matches, 2 home run guys, Shohei and
Yep.
Aaron Judge. My gosh, dude, this series is going to be good, man. It's going to be offensive explosion, man. That's what I'm going to call
Yeah.
it,
Then
And
that's why
so,
even though I am a Dodger fan, diehard Dodger fan, but the Dodgers offense has been clicking. Like against the Mets,
mhm,
I know we had a really bad game in New York, but like last game, I think games 2 and 3, I believe it was, just not 2 and 3, sorry, 3 and 4, we were just on fire, dude. Like our offense, Mookie Betts finally playing back to his normal ways.
exactly.
Shohei finally showed up again. And then Will Smith also had that huge clutch home run in the last game as well.
Edman, Brand, the MVP,
Edmund, yeah,
dude. The
yep.
Sheesh.
So I am excited. I think the Dodgers win this series. Obviously, it will be a very
Hmm.
close one though. It's too high powered, batting on both ends. It is luckily Dodger home field, so we should not drop
Yeah.
any of these games. I hope not. But dude, you
This
could not
game
ask
is
for a better script.
this. See, this series is so good, and they're really evenly matched up, right? And
Hmm.
to be honest with you, Dodgers actually, had a little tougher road by playing San Diego because San Diego is
Yep.
actually a really good team, and we actually, kind of were down that series, came up, and so many emotions in that series. We won that, whole series, so that was good. On the other hand, the Yankees, they played a really good team in Royals. They're on fire. They ended the season off really well. Royals did, and they're on fire. But then again, Yankees just kind of took care of it in 4, I
Yeah.
think. And it wasn't a match. And then obviously Yankees in the ALCS to Cleveland wasn't good enough. Same thing for Dodgers. NLCS Mets were not good enough. You already knew the 2 teams were going to be matching up, right?
Hmm.
With Dodgers and the Yankees, man, offense is there, right? Both teams they have really good offense. They can hit home runs, get base hits, double, triple, whatever you want, right? The deciding factor is going to come down to, man, which I feel is 2 components, right? It's going to be the relievers, the bullpen. It's going to be the Dodgers bullpen versus the Yankee starters. So
Hmm.
Dodgers don't have the starters like strikeout pitchers they
Right.
need. On the other hand, the Yankees, they do. They have Garrett Cole, right? Who can
Yeah.
strike you out, who can
Yeah.
actually dominate, right? I mean, we're hoping that, Yamamoto, who played in June against the Yankees in New York, I think it was in June or May, whenever it was, early in the
Hmm.
season. He played in New York. He had a dominant start. He won like I think sixth or seventh inning. He had like
Hmm.
I think 8 strikeouts. He dominated the Yankees' whole entire lineup. So hopefully we're hoping that same Yamamoto shows up and kind of matches up with what Garrett Cole's going to bring, right? The Yankees have a better starting unit, pitching wise. We are
Hmm.
banged up. We don't have a strikeout pitcher. I mean, we're up and
Yeah.
down, right? Jake Flaherty is up and down, right? You can tell, like, game 1 against the Mets was great. Game 5 against the Mets, horrible.
Yeah.
Up and
Yeah.
down. There's no middle for this. Walker Buehler played well, right? He only
Hmm.
got to pitch once in the NLCS, right? He didn't get to pitch again, which is great. That's fine. I think Walker Buehler's going to start by the way game 1. That's what I feel. I mean, I don't know if it came. I don't think the for game 1 pitchers have came out or not. But I think
Hmm.
Walker Buehler might start game 1 because he hasn't pitched yet. Same thing with Yamamoto. Yamamoto was good in Yamamoto was good in game 3, but then
Hmm.
again,
Yeah.
let's see how he does. So I feel that, it's going to come down to deciding factor is going to come down to Yankee starters against Dodgers bullpen. We have an excellent bullpen. We
Yes.
have good relievers coming out, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to those two factors, and whoever wins that is going to win that series. And right now they're very even, but I'm still going to take Dodgers. I'm going to take and I'm actually going to take Dodgers in 7. This game is going distance. This game is not going to be wrapped up in 5 or 6. It's going 7, and like I said, Tapas, Game 7, last game of the whole entire MLB season. Why would Dodgers not throw in Shohei Ohtani? Why
No,
wouldn't
come
they?
on. No, no. It's
Just
too
throw
much on
him
the
in.
line, man. If you haven't pitched the
Game 7.
postseason, it's too
That's the
much
thing,
on the
man.
line. It's too much.
Why not? Game 7, bring him out for a couple of innings and throw that curveball at Yankees. Game
You know,
7, you're done.
if they want to, why not try him out for game 3? Just like a game
No,
that we
it's a
can
secret weapon.
stand losing.
It's a secret
But he's not a
weapon
I
that
mean,
you
he's a
don't
good
know.
pitcher. But he's not a dominant pitcher, man. You swear like he's like the next Roger Clemens or like, Randy Johnson out there. He's a good pitcher, no doubt. But he's not dominant.
Did you see the baseball classic 2 years ago? Last year, 2 years ago, they brought him in as a closer. Tapas. They brought him in as a closer. World Baseball Classic. He faced Mookie Betts. After Mookie, he faced Mike Trout.
Mhm.
Struck him out. Won the whole thing.
Right.
What do you mean I'm not a dominant pitcher?
But
This guy will dominate it, man.
this is like you and LeBron Olympics thing. All of a sudden, like because he has a good Olympics, he's an all-time. Like I'm talking about, like he's not. It's too much on the line for a game 7. Why not maybe throw him into a relieving pitcher for game 3 or something, game 4 that we can afford, and just to see how he's doing, and then throw him for game 7. You just can't throw somebody who hasn't thrown the entire year for a game 7, one of the biggest ones in LA. Can you imagine if he blows that lead, how much the Dodger fans will hate Shohei Ohtani? I mean, they love him right now, but they will hate him.
Yeah. No, I know,
It's
man.
too
But,
much online, man.
If they were gonna bring him in, they wouldn't. Game 7 would be perfect scenario, I think, in my view. But they probably won't.
Yeah.
Overall, they probably won't do it.
I hope
all in all, it's gonna come down to the Dodgers bullpen versus the Yankees pitching staff. The starters.
Yeah, I agree.
And whoever wins that is gonna win the series, because the hitting is fair, man. I mean, you got Freddie, Mookie, and Shohei. You got Judge, Stanton, and Soto on the other side. It's very fair, man. So I mean, it's not gonna come down to hitting in this case. It's gonna come down to pitching, So I think who performs well in the pitching side of it is gonna win the series.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Yamamoto can give us one good game this series, because because you're right, our bullpen is just so lights out that, like, if we can get a decent pitching, which we did against the Padres, we had a good starting pitching, and then just shut them out all the way, because you just know when the bullpen comes in, they're not gonna allow anyone to score. Like, if we can at least get some sort of good pitching from the starting pitchers, we'll win this easily. But if we just start to struggle the first couple of innings, as the Dodgers normally have, then we're gonna be in a lot of trouble, because the Yankees will light it up.
Yep, and I can't wait, man. I mean, you got Dodgers playing what though? What do you have?
I got Dodgers in 6.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I have us winning 2 here, and then 1 over there, and then coming back to win in 6.
I think it's gonna go. To be honest with you, man, it's gonna go every other game we're gonna win. It's gonna be very competitive. We'll win one. Yankees will win another one. I think this is it. I personally think it's gonna go 1-1-1-1-1-1, and then Dodgers.
Oh no, that would be crazy. That would be nuts. That would be I mean, I do feel like this will be an all-time epic series, hopefully. And I don't know if you saw, like, the ratings came in. Japan is just going crazy over the Dodgers postseason. Way more views than the entire U.S. combined, and it'll be even bigger now that the Yankees are in it. This is again, you could not have asked for a better matchup. This is what baseball is all about. I hope it's a good series, because it's what the baseball needs. If it's a good series, you have a guaranteed success over the next few years, because you know the Dodgers are not going to be going anywhere. The Yankees are not going anywhere either. And you're just going to have a very good, consistent, cash cow, essentially, with this 2 rivalry.
Oh, gosh. 100%. Very easy, man. So,
can't wait, dude.
Can't wait,
Friday cannot come fast enough. I cannot wait, dude. Holy moly.
Yes, sir.
I'm pumped for this.
It's going to be after Game 3. We're going to have our podcast. Just remember that. It's Game 3 that day.
Yes, yeah. So
And so
hopefully the
we're gonna.
Dodgers are up 2-1 at that point, at
I hope
least,
so too, man.
at
Or
least.
3-0. I don't mind. Or 3-0.
And then no, if it's 3-0 and then they come back to Game 7 here, I'm throwing my balls off. No, thank you, man. That's too
Yeah.
much
Then I
pressure.
want them to. Then I want them to finish in 5 or 6, and if that's the
Yeah,
case, But
exactly.
no, there's no way, man. No
All
way.
right, that's about at
But
least to
yeah,
talk about
man.
they got the NBA season kicking off. We got
Yes,
tomorrow, you're
sir.
right. The Celtics and the
Mm-hmm.
Knicks are playing at 4:30,
Yes,
and then
sir.
you got our Lakers against the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Um,
100%,
this
man.
is
Can't wait for this. The eve of NBA season's here, man. It went fast. So I'm
so
excited for this. I'm excited.
yeah, it's gonna be sick, dude. I can't wait for it. And luckily we are kicking off in crypto arena. So what do you
Yeah.
think about the Timberwolves and Lakers, man? You feel confident the Lakers win this one?
Yeah, man. You know me. I love my Lakers. I believe purple and gold. I mean, I got
Right.
my, yellow, gold, vitamin water here, man. Everything Laker
Hmm.
hat, ready to go, man. I'm very confident, man. What I have seen in the preseason with
Oh
JJ
God.
Redick,
God.
the rotation, dude, you got it. This is what I want to talk to you, Tapas. First 10 games.
Yeah.
Let's make project. Let's go. I have it up. Let's make projection of the first 10 games. What do you think
Okay.
Lakers will be? All right. So we have Minnesota. Who do you have?
I have Lakers win that one. Minnesota got worse by trading Catway.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm writing this down. All right.
Okay.
I want to see where we stand each other. All right.
All right.
All right. So we got Meanie. I mean, we got. Oh yeah, we got. Okay, Meanie. We were right on. Okay. I got them too. Phoenix.
Okay. We lose
That's
to
Phoenix. I think.
Phoenix.
I think that's Phoenix gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be their second game. So you saying Phoenix? We're gonna lose? Okay.
Yeah.
We got you. Okay. I think we're gonna win that game.
Of course you do. You're probably predicting 10-0, honestly.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah,
Okay. I have.
Sacramento.
I have us losing in Sacramento. It's a back to back. I
Okay,
have
yeah.
us losing in Sac.
I do think we lose Sacramento.
So there you go. I don't have them 10-0 past Tapas.
We lose to
Phoenix
the
again.
Phoenix again. We lose.
Yeah. This game I lose. We're gonna lose to Phoenix.
Okay,
God
so
damn,
I'm
y'all
at
them
one
one.
and
You
one and
have them
three.
one and three.
What? Hang out.
My
We got
gosh.
plenty. We got plenty. Then we got
All right,
Cleveland. I
all right.
mean, we're gonna beat
I
Cleveland.
we're going on a big road trip right away, man. That's gonna be crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I do think I think we beat Cleveland. So yeah,
Right.
you pick the Lakers.
Yeah. We beat
Okay.
Toronto.
How about Toronto?
We
Okay.
beat Toronto. Of
Okay.
course, we beat Detroit. It's a bye week for us.
Yeah, we got a break there. Okay. And
And
then we have.
then
I
Memphis.
think we
We
lose to
lose to
Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah, we lose Memphis. So where are
Hurts.
we at now? This
That's
is
I think that's 10, right? Or no? Oh, that's 8.
no 10. That's 8. They got Philly. I think we beat
We're
Philly.
gonna win. Yeah, we beat.
Yeah,
We're not
that's
losing to
probably gonna be
Paul
one
George
where
and Embiid.
Embiid's gonna be like taking us. And then last but not least, we got Toronto. I think we lose Toronto.
I do. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 and 4 Lakers going. The way I tallied it up, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 and 3, bro. We're good. We're in good shape. So
You just,
I only have them lose Sacramento, Phoenix, and Memphis. Tapas.
okay.
We're good. 6 and 4, 7 and 3. We're right there.
All right. Hey, I'm all about it, man. Again, on
Hey,
paper, we should be all right.
hey.
But we'll
Look,
see. Once we start rolling
with
out Bronny out there, I'm gonna be like,
hey,
we're probably gonna lose all games now.
the past two seasons with Pocket Man, we didn't get our first victory till probably in game 5 or game 6, man,
Hmm.
against Pocket Man, with Darvin Ham being the coach. So I think with JJ, we're gonna be in good shape, man.
You have so much faith in JJ Redick. It's crazy to me. What has
Man,
he shown? Give me one thing that he has shown you that you think is gonna take us to that level.
he has a Sean McVay effect. I keep on comparing him to Sean McVay a lot. So he has that
Sean
Sean
McVay
McVay
was a
effect.
genius before he got the job. JJ Redick was a podcaster. Do not
I
compare the
mean,
two.
I'm not comparing him, but I feel that he's
The
coming with no
disrespect,
experience.
man.
Just all I'm saying is this: JJ, the way he talks, the way he so far taken the preseason 6, 7 games that he has, whatever, he's been showing what he wants to implement.
They went
Players are
two and
playing
four.
hard. Whatever the case is, dude, Anthony Davis is finally hitting his shots, Anthony Davis is looking like an old Anthony Davis. He's actually hitting threes. You haven't seen it. He's actually making threes, man. Has been making adjustments, right?
But I thought
Austin Reeves has been playing well. Like, I'm just telling you, dude.
this is what I love about you and V, our best friend, another best friend Vishal. You guys watch preseason like it's the NBA Finals. You guys swear like, oh my God, we are on fire against these other rookies that are playing out there. Can you believe Anthony Davis can hit threes now?
No, man.
Like,
but dude, okay. I'm basing it off on the last two games, right? We won the last game. We ended up with Phoenix. The other one was Golden State, right? It was like a what, Thursday Friday game, I think it was.
mm-hmm.
Whatever the case was, we played well. Like, with the starters in there. Like, actually, sorry, Friday they didn't. I think Davis didn't play, but Thursday he did against Golden State. He played well. He shot threes. He was going up against Steph Curry, Draymond, and all that. Those are real starters, right? He played well. Like, okay, for example, Tapas, I'm not taking the win and loss into more of a, in my argument. I mean, I'm talking about the way he's playing, the way he's moving, right? The way he's shooting his 3-pointers, right? He's becoming that of 2020 Anthony Davis where you couldn't defend him. Like, I mean, if he's gonna shoot threes, he's gonna take you down low. When he takes you down low, you bring him out and shoot threes, right? That's Anthony Davis was in 2020. No one could defend him. You know what I'm saying? He's playing like that. That type of Anthony Davis that he did back then. That's great. We need that,
No one's denying Anthony Davis is a good basketball player, right? No one's denying that. But what's the issue is whether he can stay healthy and whether he can stay consistent. He had a good season last year. I'll give him that. He had a good season last year. He was the most healthiest he's ever been with the Lakers since we won the championship. But that's not a guarantee this year. Like,
right.
we're not sure because the dude doesn't work out in the off season. He's like James Harden. He uses the preseason and the season and beginning to kind of get in shape and get ready for the rest of the season. And
Shaq
then you
mentality
have,
right there.
huh? Shaq mentality, yeah, exactly. But he's not Shaq, he's not dominant Shaq. But like, then you have, obviously we have LeBron, who is a good, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if we have enough weapons to be competitive in the long run because D'Lo's going to disappear in one of these half of the season or the second half of the season. He'll disappear. He'll just be gone, right? Christian Wood's probably be injured. LeBron will be doing LeBron James things, which he'll always show up when needed. But AD, if he's not healthy, man, like, who cares if he's making 3-pointers?
I agree.
Like, it's the same with Embiid. Like, yeah, Embiid can shoot 3-pointers now, but what does it matter when he's not down low on the block? Like, AD should not be focused on 3-pointers. He needs to be down in the block and being dominant, especially in the West Conference that is lacking size. Because Jokic, like, this should be his season of dominating, but he instead,
to be honest with you,
he's pulling back.
That's where his injury has been happening, right down low. To be honest,
you think JJ's going to make him go down low?
Not as much as what previous season they have. They won't. He's going to be more of an outside threat than an inside threat. That's what they're trying to look for that center.
We're definitely going to lose.
We're not, man. Think about 2020. He wasn't
dominant. Over the summer, he became Dirk Nowitzki all of a sudden?
No. Listen to me. No, listen to me. When we won in 2020, he kind of chose his spot.
2020 was so long ago. The league has changed. We have Luka, who is dominant. We have Jokic, who is dominant. Like, the league is vastly different versus 2020.
All right, Tapas. Look, as long as Anthony Davis is healthy, with this roster, we're going to go deep. Just letting you know that right now. We might win it all. My wife is looking at me like, are you freaking serious? I'm telling you, dude.
Are we going to have another bet? Remember the last time you bet me, what was it, like $300 or $400? You bet me that they're going to win and they didn't even make the playoffs? Are we going to have another bet like this?
All right. Are we going to go to the NBA?
I think we're not going to win.
You don't think we're going to win it?
No. I love the Lakers. I am a Laker fan, but I'm not a fanatic.
If AD and LeBron stays healthy, you don't think we'll win it?
No. We don't have enough weapons. This team is not built like, if you want to say the 2020 Lakers, we are not built like 2020 Lakers. No, we don't have consistent shooting.
Yes, I agree with that.
Consistent shooters, right?
This is the same team that went to Western Conference Finals. Plus minus 1 or 2 players. Well, that wasn't enough.
I forgot who played that.
Same team.
No, I know.
I'll tell you who we played. We played Memphis, a really good team. with John
Without John
Morant, who was
Morant.
the number, yeah, was the number 2 seed. Memphis were number 7th, right? We
Hmm.
upsetted them, right? Because
Right.
Memphis were on fire. Memphis clicking all cylinder, right?
Hmm.
We upset them in like what 6 games or 5 games, whatever the case was.
Hmm.
Round 2, we played Golden State Warriors, right? Golden State started clicking too at the same time. They actually upset somebody else who was like 3 seed at the time,
Yeah.
And then I think they upset the Clippers. I think if I'm not right, I don't know who the hell they upset. And then we faced the Denver Nuggets, right? And Denver Nuggets is actually weaker year by year now, right? Like
Was
Murray's
it a
already
close
injured.
sweep? Was that the one with the close sweep?
Both are close sweep, brother. Even last year was a close sweep. Don't give me that bull. Okay, Tapas. Everyone even says it. Don't even give me that bullshit. Oh my God, dude, you really gonna be that, dude? So okay,
As
so tell me this. So tell me this. So why is that the same roster 2 years ago was enough and not anymore?
What, say again?
Why was it that 2 years ago the roster was enough to go to the Western Conference Finals, but not anymore? Why do you
Look at
feel
the
like that,
competition
bro?
we played. You knew the Memphis Grizzlies were not they were good, but they're not
Come
experienced
on, man.
playoffs, right?
But but everyone
We
picked them
barely
to beat the
beat
Lakers.
Yes, we barely beat the Warriors. It was a game in 6 games,
We didn't barely beat them, dude. Even though it went to 6 games, it was we
right?
had them in every game almost.
Okay, and
It
then
wasn't barely.
we
We
continuously
killed them in
lost
Game Six by 30.
we
We
continuously
killed them by
lost
30 in Game
big
Six,
leads against Nuggets. We continually lost them in that series where we got the
and that was
close
because of
sweep.
Darvin Ham's adjustments that he couldn't do in
Right.
game situation,
So
taking LeBron
you
out
can
when
blame
you're not supposed to take LeBron
Darwin
out.
Ham if you want. You can blame LeBron, or you can say
What are you gonna?
LeBron was
Okay, fine. Tell me this. Tell me this. This playoffs, we face Denver again and we win. Are you not gonna give? Are you not gonna give Reddit credit that yes, it was our Ham that who did not make adjustments? We still have the same roster, right? If we beat Denver Nuggets, don't tell me that because they lost, Caldwell Pope. That's how Lakers beat the Denver Nuggets.
No.
That's not
If
the.
if we beat the Denver Nuggets straight up, I will eat my own words, but it's not gonna happen. You again, this goes back to you having a lot of faith in JJ Redick.
I do.
You thinking he's the next Sean McVay. He is not the next. I mean, at least from what he's shown now, he's not the genius that Sean McVay has shown. Sean McVay showed a lot of promise before he became Rams head coach. JJ Redick has coached a JV team, or what the hell, was a fourth grade team. So he's not. It's a mastermind. He's not Phil Jackson under there. He's JJ Redick, the podcaster, who's looking to have a weekly session with his starting small forward LeBron James every single week about, oh hey, this is what we did. Wait, well, oh, did you get the LeBron pass, or did you get that Bronny pass going? That's the kind of JJ Redick we got. That's the reality of it. You're gonna see, and I hate to be known for dramas because I feel like I always say it. We're not. You know we're not competitive enough. Let
All right,
JJ
I'll tell you this,
Redick
Brian. This is
let him get a couple years with the Lakers. Then I will fully believe he has something to offer us. But this his first season is way too much on his plate.
look with Darvin Ham, right? We never got off to a good start in the beginning of the season. We were
Hmm.
always battling. We were always playing like seventh or eighth position all the way through. We had to like fight to just get into the playoffs. If JJ Redick consistently makes his team good enough where they're already in the fourth or fifth spot, that's a big improvement, man, from last year, in my view.
Okay, so you think they'll be
Fourth or
in the
fifth spot.
fourth or fifth spot?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, interesting.
yeah. They're not going to be playing. They're not going to be playing this year.
Okay, so
You think
who
you think they're going to be playing?
huh?
Do you think
Do
they're
I
going to
think
be
they've been
playing?
playing? Absolutely.
Yeah. Are they going to be? Let's make a bet.
They've been playing or not? So 7 through
Yes.
10.
Yes. Don't
Okay.
worry about the outcome. Don't worry about the outcome. If they get
Okay,
knocked
7
out,
through
then you get
10.
knocked out. I don't
If
give
they
a-
land within 7 through 10, I
Yeah.
will win, right?
Yeah. So
$20.
okay, $100
I'm
bet.
broke.
100. No, 100.
All right,
100.
$20. I'm
100.
broke.
100 is good.
$20. I'm broke.
Fine 20. Fine 20. All right, fine 20. You know what? Fine $20.
All right.
$20.
Easy. We're
For
not
me, it's gonna be
playing.
6 and above. For me, it's 6 and above because that's not playing at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
All right.
They're playing, man. The Thunder are better, right? Grizzlies are better.
Minnesota got weak.
Yes, but they're not gonna completely fall off the wagon into like, you know, number 12, right? Thunder, Suns, Minnesota, Golden State,
Denver
Mavericks
got
and
weaker.
Nuggets, and
Clippers
Sacramento.
got weaker.
The Clippers, yeah, they're out of the equation. Portland's out of the equation. Jazz are out of the equation. Spurs might have a little bit of a win, but they're not going to be good. But they're not better than the Lakers are not better than Sacramento, Denver, Dallas. They're kind of tied with maybe with Golden State a little bit. Not better
Oh
than
my
Oklahoma,
gosh.
right? I'm only naming 5 teams here. How much further down do you want to go? Timberwolves, right?
Oh man, Tapas.
Not hating, man. I'm realistic. I want to set the bar here. Okay, let's not jump to we're gonna win it all. Let's just set it here. Let's take this win. Let's take this season. LeBron and his podcast, Bronny and LeBron, all that stuff, all the hoopla, let it happen, and then we get serious, right? Because I know what's gonna happen mid-season. You'd be like, we're one piece away. We're gonna get Giannis. We're gonna get Steph Curry. I know it because we just need that one player. Whereas right now you're saying the roster as is can win a championship. But then fast forward
Yeah.
halfway through, you're gonna be like, we just need one more shooter. That's all we need. That's all we need.
I mean, look, we know we need a 3-and-D, right?
Yeah.
Like we need a shooter for sure. I'm not blinded by that either. JJ Redick wants a shooter. They need a shooter. Look, the two things Lakers need is a good shooter, like a
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Hield that we didn't get, and
Right.
a decent like center who can block shots like JaVale McGee did. Right? We need that. Fully Christopher Coloco, can step into that. We don't know.
Connect looks
That's
good.
what's pressure on the guy. Connect looked really good.
Yeah.
Last game, he looked good. He scored the last 24 points and win the game. That's crazy. He's gonna impact right away. Hopefully,
Yeah. For
But
sure.
like I'm just saying, let's see how this season goes. There's always gonna be adjustments. Lakers are always gonna be the trade talks. You know that too. They're always gonna try to improve. They're always gonna try to see if they can get another player.
They're only your trade talks. They're not in the trade talks. You're Mr. They're gonna get Giannis.
Oh,
They're gonna get Luka. They're gonna
they're
get.
always in that. Okay, when there's a big name, Lakers are always associated with it, no matter
Of
what.
course, that's because the
You know.
media wants it. The media wants it.
No, but they are. They
But
always
no one wants to
want that
compare
star.
with LeBron. That's why.
My gosh, such a LeBron hater, man. Such a LeBron hater. Like I don't get you, man.
I just want to push your buttons. I'm just kidding there. All right, we're gonna end it here, man. Before I piss you off even more. But
God.
we got the World Series starting on Friday. We got the Lakers tomorrow, winning against the Timberwolves. We'll see how Game 1 looks. We got another crazy week.
You have them losing or winning tomorrow? I forgot. You have them winning tomorrow, Lakers.
Yeah, winning.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Because I don't think the Timberwolves got better with that Cat.
Oh.
But and then the Lakers need they need this win. So and to convince fans like you that we're gonna win it all. Then all right, so the last but not least we got NFL. Almost said we're gonna be at the halfway point. So it's gonna be crazy sports. We got a lot of things happening. For sure, we will update you guys next Monday. The Dodgers will be up 2-1 at that point. The Lakers will probably be down 1-3. Well, and I'm gonna win this $5 bet that I have against Kenil for my picks to win. Should be fun though. But I will see you next week, brother.
You're funny, man. You're funny, man. All right, LeBron hater. Take care. Enjoy.